Hi, this is Connie from SmocketyFrocks.com, and today I'm going to show you how to cast on for knitting. When you're knitting and you're a beginner, it's good to use bamboo knitting needles because they have a little bit of roughness to keep the yarn from slipping off, and there's no hook on the end like on a crochet hook, so that's sometimes an issue for beginners, that the stitches will slip off of your needle, but the bamboo knitting needles help you to deal with that. Now, when you are casting on, you're going to read your instructions, and it'll tell you cast on 48 stitches or 12 stitches or whatever. The first thing you do is make a slip knot in your yarn. And a slip knot is just a little loop that you can tug and it'll come undone. But you make a slip knot, and you're going to want a little tail, a length of tail, and this tail will make possibly 12 or 15 or 18 stitches on your needle. It's pretty short. If the instructions say cast on 127 stitches, you would have a longer tail than this. But for when I'm teaching my little girls how to knit, they usually start with a bookmark or a coaster or something pretty small that they can work on for about a week and finish it and see their progress and be proud of what they've made. So, assuming that you're a beginner, not knowing how to cast on, you're going to want a little tail, maybe 12 inches long, and you're going to cast on, let's just cast on as many stitches as this will allow us. Now you stick your needle into the slip knot, and you want the tail end of the yarn next to your body, and this is attached to the skein or the roll of yarn. Now I'm going to separate the tail from the rest of the yarn with my fingers, shaped like a gun. And I'm going to dip under and over and pull tight with my thumb. Under and over and pull tight with my thumb. And you can see that I have 3 stitches on here. Under and over, pull tight. Under and over, pull tight. And once you get the rhythm going, you can do it pretty quick. When I first learned, I wanted to learn how to knit. I looked in my 1979 World Book Encyclopedia under the K's and found step-by-step illustrations of exactly what I'm showing you. And I looked at those and studied those and figured out how to cast on and how to knit. There are websites all over the place now you can look at. One good one is called knittinghelp.com, and it has all different videos showing all different techniques and steps, including casting on. And you can look at that and push stop and start and study those. Now you can see my tail has gotten a lot shorter. See how that's getting shorter? And I've casted on about 12 stitches. I'm going to keep going. My tail is getting shorter and shorter. And I can hardly do I can't do any more stitches because I can't keep that in my hand without it popping out. So here's the tail. And when you cast on and cast off when you're through with the knitting project, you want a little bit of a tail left so you can weave that into your work. I tell my girls, if I cut my bangs really short, this short, what would happen? They would stick up and I would never be able to comb them down. They wouldn't lay down. That's the same thing with a tail on knitting. If you cut it really short, it's always going to be poking out. You want a little bit of length, and you can weave that in with a crochet hook and hide the tail. And that is how to cast on knitting. This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 stitches from about 12 inches of yarn with a little tail left over. So that's how to cast on for knitting. Thank you.